All right, everybody. Just as promised in class before, I had mentioned that we will actually cover chapter problems in class. And I'll work out some examples of these problems for everyone. So we didn't get a chance to do that this week, so I thought I would go over a few of these problems. So this is one of our homework problems. It is QC1-3. Now, this problem can be found on page 59 in our textbook. Also, you can find the solutions for this as well in our textbook. So the answer to this is already there, but I want to spend some time to talk about it. So the question asks, the accounting equation can be expressed as. The accounting equation can be expressed as. So this is a combination really of comprehension, little mathematics there as well. So the key thing is to make sure we know what the accounting equation is. So I took time to write it up here. Accounting equation is assets equals liabilities plus owner's equity. That's our accounting equation. So once we know that, and then we understand how that is, we're able to work this problem. So one thing is, keep in mind the assets that equal liabilities plus owner's equity. Assets are things that the business owns and can convert to cash. So liabilities are claims against these assets. Owner's equity, that's what's left over for the owners of the business. So let's take a look at this. Now, if we go here, assets plus liabilities equals owner's equity, does that make sense? Well, we've got assets, and then we're adding liabilities to it to give us owner's equity. That doesn't make sense because we wouldn't add things that are owed or claims to give us the owner's equity, right? So this one, we knock this one out. So then we've got assets equals liabilities minus the owner's equity. So these liabilities, these are claims against the assets. So the owner's equity, it's not taken away from these liabilities. So this one, we'll move that one out. So if we have owner's equity minus assets equals liabilities, well, do assets take away from the owner's equity? In other words, the owners of the business own the assets. The assets aren't taken away from what the owners have. So this one, we throw this one out. So the next one would be the assets minus liabilities equals owner's equity. How does that work? Well, if we remove this over to find owner's equity, we would see, if we did the simple, like we were talking about the simple math. So if we did the mathematics, we know, number one, we would have to subtract the liabilities on both sides to move it over to find owner's equity. But the other item is to find out what portion of the owners, what they have left over after these liabilities are paid. The assets, we subtract the liabilities from the assets, and what's left over, that's what's owed to the owners of the business, or that's what's left over for the owners of the business. So that's one of the questions on our homework. Let me know if you have any questions.